Guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk about the 1975 horror drama film Satanico Pandemonium. Let's get started. The young nun is walking through the woods to pick flowers on a sunny day. Sister Maria is well known for her charity work. She lives in a convent with other nuns, and she often goes out into the community to help people when she can. Sister Maria stops for a moment to enjoy the beautiful scenery, but her peace is broken when she sees a naked man standing in front of her. The man is dripping wet, and his strong body gets her attention. Maria got scared, so she ran away. Sister Maria stops for a while, but she keeps an eye out in case the man follows her. A shepherd boy named Marcello comes up behind her and scares her. Marcello tells the kind nun that one of his sheep just had a baby lamb and asks if the nun would mind seeing the lamb. Sister Maria takes the lamb to the water bowl and feeds it some water on the water's reflection. Sister Maria is surprised to see the man from earlier, but the man gives the nun a bright red apple. Maria freaks out again before running for her life into the convent. The Mother Superior scolds the black nuns on duty for not doing their chores quickly enough. Soon, the nuns in blue and white dresses sit down to eat. The black nuns serve the other nuns before sitting down to eat in the kitchen. It seems that they are not allowed to sit with the other nuns while eating. Downstairs, Sister Maria finds the black nuns praying before going to bed. The nuns sleep on the floor with only a few ragged blankets to keep them warm. One of the nuns starts crying, and Maria goes to comfort her. The crying nun tells Maria that she joined the convent because she was tired of being treated unfairly because of the color of her skin. However, the same thing is happening in the convent, so Maria tells her to be strong. Sister Maria quickly gets dressed and goes to check on the cow. When she sees how bad the cow is, she decides to spend the night in the barn. Once again, she sees the naked man eating an apple, and he throws it at her. When she wakes up, she hopes it was all a dream. The cow is feeling better, and Maria is glad. But when she turns around and sees the apple, she realizes that her dream was very real. That night, Maria goes to her room and takes off the barbed belt. Suddenly, another nun comes out of the shadows. She says that she has always loved Maria and that she can't keep it a secret any longer. The nun moves toward Maria and says that she wants to marry her. Soon after, Maria is horrified by the idea of sleeping with the devil himself. She looks at the grills on the window and wants to escape, but she can't take the grills off because they are too hard. Maria decides to use the barbed belt again, but it doesn't help, so she throws it away. The next day, she sleeps naked on the floor. Before going to bed at night, Maria spends the day worrying and blaming herself for what happened. The nuns usually walk past a painting of the Pope and genuflect in front of it. When it is Maria's turn, she is surprised to see that the painting is actually a picture of the devil, which means that she is praying in front of Lucifer. The whole thing scares her, but she doesn't know what to do. A few days later, Sister Claire, when Maria is walking through the village, she sees Marcello at the watering hole. She goes up to him and sits with him by the river. She lifts her skirts and tries to seduce him. She gets on top of him and kisses his ears and neck. Marcello is shocked and kicks the sister off of him, and he runs away. At supper at the convent, Sister Maria jumps up and scares everyone. She is having a hallucination that when Maria is walking on the grounds, she sees an owl and an apple falls right in front of her. She runs away quickly. Maria goes to the village and knocks on Marcello's door. Marcello is sleeping in his room, and his grandmother leads her into the room. Maria closes the curtains for privacy, then goes over to the sleeping boy and starts touching him. She undresses and joins the boy in bed. Marcello wakes up and tries to fight the nun, but Maria holds his mother's hand to keep him from screaming. She then grabs a knife and stabs the boy several times. She steps back, covered in blood, and realizes, to her horror, that she has killed the old woman. She drops her candle in shock, which starts a fire. Maria is told that the bodies of the two dead women have been taken downstairs to be buried. She goes down to the bodies and takes something from the burnt woman's disfigured hand, not knowing that the Mother Superior is watching. The Mother Superior soon realizes that Maria is responsible for the murders and confronts her. Maria admits that she is possessed by the devil and is asked to pray hard for forgiveness. Maria thinks that one of the nuns digging graves is the burned woman. This freaks her out, so she runs away from the nuns and into the mountains, where she hides in a cave to fast and pray for forgiveness. When Luzabel comes up to Maria while she is still praying, he tells her that the nuns are coming to take her to the Inquisition. Luzabel shows Maria what that will be like. Nuns with burning stakes can be seen walking toward the cave from a distance. Louisville tells Maria that the nuns will strip her naked, rip her mouth open, and pour hot lead into her mouth. Then, they will tear her body apart with a sharp rake, making her body into 1,000 pieces. The torturers then take out her eye, and blood is everywhere. Maria sees this happening and screams in imagined pain and real horror. She calls on loose balls and says she will be his. The nuns' stakes turn into beautiful flower bouquets as their Maria is still scared, but seeing the nuns kneel and beg her makes her agree. The nuns follow Sister Maria with flowers in their hands to show that they accept her. When they get back to the convent, Maria is startled by a black cat standing in front of the door. When the nuns rush in to join the party, Maria realizes that the convent has become a literal house of lust. Some nuns are dancing seductively with their skirts raised, and others are kissing each other. Luzbel appears and looks at Maria. She walks toward him, and Luzbel tells her to look at the people she will be leading. Maria's heart breaks when she sees how bad things are. She and Luzbel walk among the girls, and Maria sheds tears of regret. Suddenly, a nun grabs a knife from the table and stabs Maria. 4 more nuns do the same thing to Maria, and she walks away bleeding heavily while Luzbel watches with a smirk. She goes to her room, where she dies of her wounds. Suddenly, we see Maria clean, dressed, and sleeping peacefully on her bed. 3 nuns, including the Mother Superior and the dead black nun, are standing outside the room. The 3 nuns pay their respects to Maria before joining the other sisters outside the convent. Marcelo and his grandmother can be seen herding their sheep, but it was all a dream. A young nun leaves the convent with a basket, and we see Louisville follow her with an apple. This is probably his next victim, and the movie ends here.